to 6 hours.
Wow.
So those same 5 minutes spent in compassion will elevate your immune system for those same 6 hours. So if we just think about all the little things during the day, the people that are upsetting us, and then we kind of hold that, like, oh, I can't believe that he did that, and, you're just kind of holding that anger, letting that person live rent-free in your head for several hours, and, affecting yourself and your health physically. So we need to find ways to get to gratitude, to get to compassion, so we can release that stress, release all those negative feelings, and feel better.
Wow, that's good. I like it. We always talked about entrepreneurs, about failure and successes. So how have you as an entrepreneur handled your failures? And then, I know you've had failures, so how have you handled the failures and then turned them into successes?
Well, I think that probably the most dramatic, I guess it was a failure as such, since my position was eliminated and not somebody else's. But when on that day that my position was eliminated, I was number 5 in the company. I had just closed my largest account. I was feeling good about life. So when I was invited to this conference call, I really didn't think anything of it, and I didn't know at the beginning of the call that everything would change. And as I'm listening to them saying, the company's going to lose $10 million this year, your position's been eliminated, effective immediately, please stay off the phone so our outplacement firm can call you, and we're not going to answer any questions, you'll have to wait till you get your package from FedEx, and then HR will call you. It was almost surreal, and I was sitting in my office just crying and shaking and scared and not having any idea what I was going to do with my life. I was making great money. I had, really was scared, and what got me out of it was, wait a minute, on my goal list in 1989, one of the things that I had written, number 1 was to buy a house. The number 2 thing on a list of 80 was to become a professional motivational speaker. The third one was to write a book. So it was almost like this weight lifted off my shoulders as I realized that goals that had been on my list for more than 20 years could now come to fruition. And within the last 4 years since that happened, I've written 7 books, I've been in 2 movies, and I'm traveling the country and hopefully soon the world doing what I love to do. So taking a failure of the worst thing that you can possibly have happen, a nice income all of a sudden snatched underneath from you, and realizing that, my friends would say, oh, Lisa, that's a blessing in disguise. And I'm like, oh, honey, there is no disguise.
Right.
When we can find the good and know that things do happen for a reason, and we have to make the choice to carry on, to figure out the lesson, to learn the lesson, to find the good, that's what transforms us. It's not staying stuck.
Wow, that's good. When I spoke with Sharon Lecter earlier, that was one of the things that actually she said as well, is that you definitely have to, virtually you have to have faith to believe that that even though it looks crazy, that it's still okay. You're still on the right track, and even though it doesn't look right, you're definitely doing what you're supposed to be doing. So, yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't feel good when you're going through it,
No.
And even the whole entrepreneur's journey. So many ups and downs. One day you're happy, I get to do everything that I want, and then, like you said, the next day you have a bad day, you lose a customer, something happens, but you realize that these are the choices that I made. This is the business that I love and, the life that I chose. And you just love what you do. And if you don't love what you do, time not to do it anymore.
Right. That's right. That's right. My listeners we always go through a list of books that that my guests are reading. So what books are you reading currently?
I am actually reading once again Think and Grow Rich. I try to read it at least once or twice a year. It is, I don't know how many copies of it that I have. Right now I'm reading the original, the first one that I bought that was the 1979 edition of it. I think that Napoleon Hill is the person that has made the biggest impact on my life. And that book, for each and every one of my audiences, I tell them that if they do not have Think and Grow Rich, they need to either go on Amazon and buy it for 99 cents or go to the library and get it for free.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. It is that's a powerhouse book. I've read it numerous times, and it's, you know, you get more out of it each time you read it. And the book has endured like years and years and years of people creating money and creating wealth. So I love that book.
Yep.
So, let me see. One more question. How can we get to a place where we can be grateful without having to experience something terrible in order to provide contrast?
You know, it's looking for gratitude in the everyday. And again, no matter what you're going through right now, to make that commitment for the next 30 days, I'm going to keep, you know, some kind of journal, whether it be a gratitude journal or wins journal, where I'm going to take the time and write it down, no matter where you're at. Because if all you can do is think about, you know, in the morning is, okay, well, I'm glad that I can fog a mirror and the sun is shining. You know, if that's where you're at, then be okay with that. Because the more that you start to look for the good, like with me, I had been doing my gratitude practice for about a year, when almost a year to the day, actually, when my position was eliminated. And I honestly believe that if I had not had that year's worth of practice looking for the good, then I may have wallowed a lot longer than I did. So it really is the average, the everyday stuff to find to be grateful for, and not wait till, you know, I just won the lottery or I just got the perfect client, you know, because gratitude isn't just the really big things. Gratitude is in the every single day blessings that we have that we totally take for granted.
Wow, that's good. That's good stuff. So we got one last and final question, and that I ask to all the guests that come on the call. But before I do, we're going to get a message from our sponsors. Have you ever dreamed of being a published author? Or maybe even an Amazon best-selling author? Would you like to travel the world to stay in luxurious hotels? Would you like to travel the world and get free airfare, all so you can speak and get paid? Does that sound like something you'd like to do? Or maybe you want to create your own courses or products off of what you know. Huh. Why? Wait a minute. Maybe you would like to learn how to market your business better so your business can explode. If that sounds like you must be in Miramar Beach, Florida on February 28th through March the 5th at the Business Explosion Mastermind at the website businessexplosion.net. There, you will have access. At the private luxury retreat, you will have access to the beach. You will be staying in a luxury mansion. You will be 2 minutes from Mexico. And not only will you be always eating every single day from a private chef, you will learn how to be an Amazon best-selling author. You will learn how to be a published author. You will learn how to speak and get paid, or how to market your business, or how to create your own products. If this sounds like you, you must be there at the businessexplosion.net mastermind. Hope to see you there.
All right, so thanks so much for our sponsors. We always want to make sure we say thank you and that we appreciate you, because we do. And so our last and final question is the question that we ask every last guest that comes on this call, and it is about, this call is the Startup Biz Coach Radio, and we're empowering entrepreneurs right from the very start, from the beginning. So how could you help an entrepreneur, empower an entrepreneur right from the very start?
Well, on my website, which is at Grategy.com, Grategey, people can sign up for their own gratitude thought for the week. And this is a short, inspirational message that seems to show up exactly when the person needs it. And I get notes every day from people who will be like, how did you know this was the exact message that I needed? It's weird how it happens, but I try to keep it short, above the fold, so that it doesn't take a lot of time. But, you know, whether it be my gratitude thought for the week or just really encouraging, you know, your listeners to do something positive for themselves every single day. You know, that's how we get through the difficult times, when we take a moment, take a time to step back, to breathe, to appreciate the things that we have, and try to look for something good that we can put into our lives.
Wow, that's powerful. I love that. I'm going to work on it. I'm a very positive person, so I think a lot in the positive, but I just think you always can do better. So I think you've helped me to start thinking of some ways to do better. So give them some more of your contact information, maybe your Twitter, maybe your YouTube or whatever, so they can contact with you.
Oh, sure. My website is Grategy.com, like I said. My Twitter handle is @Grategy, Grategey. My YouTube channel is My Grategy. And I'm also on Facebook, Lisa Ryan 14, and LinkedIn, I think, is Ask Lisa Ryan. So basically, if you type in Lisa Ryan and gratitude, I'm all over social media, and it's really easy to connect with me, and I would love to connect with your listeners.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks again for stopping by the call. We appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to deliver some words of wisdom and teach my audience about being more grateful and how it can help their business. So I thank you for that.
You are very welcome.
All right. And this has been a word from Terry Clay and Lisa, and we are changing lives with positive words, and we are out. Peace.
This has been Startup Biz Coach Radio, formerly known as Mornings with Terry, and we're empowering entrepreneurs right from the start. Find us at thestartupbizcoach.com every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern with your host, Terry Clay. Thanks for listening.